Instagram. Just waiting a second here. Perfect. Hello. Hi, everybody. So I'm just coming on live for my weekly Wellness Wednesday. Obviously, it's Wednesday today, so that's why I'm here. And I haven't really shared my own journey, like full out, like everything that's happened before. And so I really wanted to share that today because the other day a friend asked me kind of where things started for me, where I noticed that things needed to change. And that question really helped me recognize where all of that began and that it's totally different than anything I've shared before. So that's what I figured would be really helpful to share with you guys today so that you can understand if you're going through this stuff right now, like one, you're not alone. Like you're definitely not the only person who's experienced that before. And two, that I get you. Like I've been there, I've experienced this stuff before, and I've overcome it. Like I don't have the same issues that I used to have. And so really where it all started for me was throughout my entire life, I've always been really, really active and in multiple different sports. And so when I got to college, I tried out for a team, and that was the first time that I actually didn't make it. And I was really, really concerned about that because I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen now? Like, I'm going to gain so much weight. I'm going to get so fat. And of course, my female mind just went nuts and went like complete 180 to the absolute worst possible scenario. And that made me become really, really obsessive about working out. So since I had just started college, I had free access to our rec center and all of the group workout classes. I could go to the gym as often as I wanted to. So that's exactly what I did. I went to the gym multiple times, usually multiple times a day. I would go sit in the sauna forever. I would do insane amounts of cardio. I got Insanity, and I would do those workouts also multiple times a day, which if you've done Insanity, like it's insane. It's insane to do once a day, and it was insane to do multiple times a day. So I did that for probably a year or two. When I first got to college. And then I started having more and more people saying like, hey, is everything okay? Like you're looking really, really thin. Like you've been getting sick a lot lately. Are you okay? What's going on? And, in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so rude. Like I've been working my ass off to like be this small and like to maintain my weight and to lose weight. And, that was my only goal, was just to hit a certain weight number. And so in my mind, I was like, I hit my goal. What do you mean I don't look good? Like, you're wrong. Like, there's no way I'm wrong. You're wrong. And so I'd kind of grown up always just hearing that I was thin. So I just kind of like brushed it off every time that I heard it. But then it just became like more and more and more people were saying it. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to like look into this more. So then I started looking more into diet stuff. So I stopped being as extreme with my exercise and working out, and then I got really extreme with my diet. And so for a while I was extremely strict about what I would eat. And so I tried multiple different diets. I tried counting calories, I tried counting macros. I did if it fits your macros for a while. I did what else? I did a lot of different like random diets that fit into the category of like not keto and not vegan, but like these are the specific foods you can eat, and then you can't eat these ones or but you can eat this at this time. And so those were the kinds of diets that I really fell into. And so hi Chandra. And so kind of throughout that journey, again, I just noticed I kept on getting really sick, and I was like, what the hell? What gives? Like, why does this continue happening when in my mind and like according to textbooks, according to everything else, I'm like following the diet plans, I'm following the workout plans exactly as I'm supposed to, but while like my body was changing, my physical health was getting a lot worse. And so that was when I finally decided that I really had to actually like do something else and try something different. Thank you. And so that was when I tried out Arbonne's Healthy Living Program, and at first I was super duper skeptical of it, and I was like, I'm not trying one of these stupid shake things. At the time, I was drinking a lot of whey protein shakes, and so if you guys have ever had those, you probably know that they taste delicious, but they also tend to leave most people extremely gassy and bloated and uncomfortable, and that was definitely the case for me. And I just thought that was normal because that's something people talk about all the time online. They're always like, had my protein shake, now I'm super gassy, now I'm super bloated, like, ha ha ha. But that's not really a good thing. Like, when you're feeling that way, it's because your body is like struggling to digest stuff and struggling to break it down in a way that's not creating more toxins and creating more acid for your body to then try to eliminate, which is like more elimination in itself. So it's like you're causing your body to do a lot more work than it really needed to in the first place to just consume nutrition. And so that was basically what I was really, really nervous about. And I had also tried other vegan proteins before, and they all tasted like dirt. Like, they were disgusting. They were so, so bad. So yeah, I was super duper nervous about it, and I ended up kind of going into it with like a this isn't gonna work mindset. I was like, I'll try it because I'm already doing this business, whatever, I'll give it a go, we'll see what happens. And I was really, really pleasantly surprised because the majority of the program was actually focused on education rather than just focused on don't eat this food, don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that. Like, these are the things you're allowed to do, these are the things you're not allowed to do. It was really just about teaching me how to understand my body. And so that's really why I'm so passionate about it now. And then I guess another massive bonus was that the shakes actually tasted really freaking good, and I still have them today. So this was like 4.5 years ago now. Like, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. But yeah, that's really been like the massive, massive change that I've experienced. And so what happened throughout that time is that the first time I did the program, I lost about 5 pounds. And when I first did it, I had just come back from studying abroad in Australia for a year where I drank a ridiculous amount of alcohol. And in that time, I put on about 20 pounds, about 10 kilograms, depending on where in the world you're at, if we're counting here. And I mean, for someone who's always had a very small frame, like, that was a lot of weight. And so when I lost those first 5 pounds, I was like, cool, we'll see what happens next. Like, we'll see what changes. So I didn't do the program again for about, I think, 4 months-ish. And after the whole really extreme working out and really extreme dieting, I really stopped weighing myself because I realized that it was just a really unhealthy habit for me. So I just completely stopped allowing myself to do it. And so the only time I would weigh myself is when I wanted to be able to compare things and really notice things. And so I weighed myself on that first one. That's how I knew that I lost 5 pounds. And then when I went to do the second one, I weighed myself again, and I was like, this is weird. I still haven't gained that 5 pounds back. Like, And I think I had lost like maybe 2 more pounds. So I was like creeping up on 10 of the 20 pounds being gone. And I was like, interesting. So then I did the next one, and I lost another 5 pounds the next round. And so in total, this was like 60 days of actually doing the program like full out, and like 4 months in between that of just kind of like continuing to apply everything that I had learned and all that kind of stuff. And so I was really impressed with myself and really proud of myself that I was able to accomplish that and be able to really maintain my weight and lose the weight and not gain it back right away, because that's exactly what happened so many times before. Like, every single time before that, when I would go on these extreme rampages of working out or extreme diets, I would lose the weight and then I would gain it right back. And that just kept happening over and over and over again. And so, hi, Lise. So this time when I was able to actually keep it off, and then 4 months later it was still off, I was like, this is weird. So then after I did it the second time, again, I went into it with the same mentality of like, we'll see what happens. We'll see if this works again. Like, I know it worked the first time, but I'm still skeptical. So tried it again the second time, worked again, lost another 5 pounds. And so at this point, I was about 15 pounds of that 20 I had gained were gone. And then throughout the next year, it pretty much just naturally came off because I had really worked on changing my habits and creating sustainable new habits that were healthy and that were actually helping me, rather than continuing to have a really, really negative mindset around food and my body and working out and thinking of it always as really being a punishment. Like, that was how I saw food and working out before, was rather than working out because I'm able to move my body and because I love how it feels, I was working out because I ate too much sugar, or I ate too many sweets, or I had too much dessert, or I had too much noodles, whatever random thing it was that day. And kind of similar with food, I would either not eat for like the whole second half of the day or the next half of the next day if I had like way too much dinner at night and like way too much dessert along with that. And so it was really, really, really fun to be able to actually see myself changing and transforming through all of this and recognizing like my thoughts completely changing, because that's really how, like, that pattern has always really been just my habit with food and working out, like not healthy at all, and just thinking that I have to be punished either way, whether it was punished for eating too much food or punished for not working out enough. So yeah, I was really, really proud to be able to change that. Hi, Jojo. So yeah, I figured that I really wanted to just share that journey with you guys, because I completely understand if you're in a place like that right now where you're like wondering what in the world you can do and feeling like, I love food and I love like being able to eat a lot of food, but I also want to change my body. Like, they aren't mutually exclusive. Like, you can continue eating food, continue eating delicious food, continue eating amazing food, and also change your body and change your mindset and your relationship with food and your relationship with working out and your relationship with your body. And you can do all of that together at one time and with help. And so that's really, really what I want to invite you guys to do, is just check out my healthy living program. It starts August 5th, which is next Monday. And so the first week is essentially a prep week where I literally hold your hand and help you figure out what are your favorite meals, how can you make them healthier, and help you figure out foods that you're actually going to want to eat, so that you're not starting the program being like, ugh, I have to eat this gross chicken and broccoli and rice every day for the next 2 weeks. Woo! Because like, I did that a million times. It sucks. Nobody likes it. Like, I feel like the people who say that they love it are lying, but that's just my opinion. That's just me. I get really bored of food really fast. And so my big thing is helping you figure out like thousands of recipes so that you never get bored and never feel like you have to eat crappy food. And I'm also still a major fan of dessert, which reminds me that I've recently been showed how to make my own chocolate, and it tastes like freaking brownie batter. Like, it's the most delicious thing ever. So I'm definitely gonna be sharing that in the next Healthy Living program. And the other fun fact is that in this next group, I'm actually going to be leading it with my team. And so what that means is I get to share all of the nutrition knowledge and personal development and growth, and we're going to have a couple of other people in there sharing their knowledge on so many different things. So we have people sharing their knowledge on really getting outdoors and getting grounded, on mindfulness, on yoga. What else? Like, we just have so many different things. I'm really, really excited for it. And so, yeah, with that being said, if you guys have any questions at all about the program or just about my journey and like what has changed ever since that second round, because I still do the program at least a couple times a year just to give my digestive system a really good kick and a break, because we're taking in a lot of toxins all the time, and this isn't a program that's going to have you like sitting on the toilet 24/7. It's a program that's going to make sure that all of your organs are functioning optimally and like at 100% so that they can detox as they're supposed to. Like, we have organs that detox. We have organs that cleanse us. It's just making sure they're actually working. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, please just feel free to leave a comment, shoot me a message, whatever you want to do. And I would love to hear from you. So we get started on Monday. And even if you don't start until the Monday after that, you'll still be good, because this first week is just the prep week. So that's really just helping you get everything started and get prepared. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this Wednesday. And this was my, I think, third episode of this weekly Wednesday live. So if you have anything else that you want to learn about or want me to share, please just let me know. Leave a comment, shoot me a message, and I will be sure to cover that in the coming weeks.